Oh, don't do the autofocus thing. Oh, I hope that doesn't go the whole time. Hi, if you're watching the replay later. It is Saturday, March 14th, our year of 2020, in the midst of this pandemic happening. I figured I'd live stream while I pick out a bunch of fabric. Hello! Yeah, I figured I'd do a live stream. I have a lot of fabric to pick out. I don't know that I actually have the types of fabric I need for the project I'm about to embark on, but hello! Yeah, I figured with the self-quarantining stuff, a lot of people would be home this morning. How are you guys doing? There are a handful of cases. I mean, the title of this is to not panic. But just for an update on how things are in my neck of the woods. There's like 6 cases last time I checked. Most of them are in the county I live in, but everyone also seems to have figured out they were sick. They were like traveling back from Europe, most of these people, and they just like immediately hid out. So I don't know that they've actually been out in the area. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I was talking with my sister earlier, about how, like, most weekends I just work at home and it's not a big deal, but not being able to go out and do stuff. I mean, I might take Bert to a park later just to walk around because it's really nice outside today. I mean, we also have a big yard we can walk around. I really don't want to talk to any of my neighbors. But that has nothing really to do with the pandemic happening. I just don't like, I don't know, there's something about the proximity of the people that live close to you, and like, they're kind of inescapable. So I just, and it's nothing against my specific neighbors. This is how I feel any neighborhood I've ever lived in, is I just really don't, like, I don't want to be rude to anybody, but I just don't like engaging with people that live that close to me, because then if they weird you out, you're like, well, fuck, I'm trapped. Yikes. Thankfully, it seems like these days a lot of jobs you're able to work from home, so that's a big upside, I think. I mean, yeah, any of the stuff I run, like all the events I had coming up are canceled, or postponed, which freaks me out a little bit more. Like, also, I'm not getting a refund for any of the tables because they're only postponing it, so they haven't canceled, which I understand. Like, they don't want to, they want to keep people on the line as long as they can. That makes it sound much more shady than I intended it, but yeah, I think they're, look at me touching my face so much. Yeah, that's a really bad habit I need to break when I'm out in public. I did go grocery shopping on Monday, and I realized, like, I was pretty good about not touching my face, but I kept pulling my hair. Like, my bangs kept getting in the way. Not bangs. I don't know if you can call these bangs, but, kept getting in my face, and I kept, like, touching my face to move my hair out of the way. So I was like, ah! Oh yeah, I read through some of the comments on yesterday's video, but I haven't like sat to reply to all of them because I like to mull things over, which then sometimes leads to me taking 2 weeks to get back to those. But I saw you got a new job, and that's super exciting. Yeah, I think it's good. I'm glad that like even your new job is having people work from home. All right, I'm glad I'm not the only one that's like weird about neighbors. Every neighbor I've met has been super nice, so yeah, that's been good. I was rambling about something and I lost track, but that's fine. It's not important. Yeah, I did. So I think I posted this somewhere, maybe on the Patreon, maybe on my Instagram or something. But the library finally had the Tilly and the Buttons stretch book. It's it's all about, you know, knits. And I've sewn a lot with knits because I started out sewing t-shirts. So working with them hasn't intimidated me, but there's some good tips and tricks in here. But a lot of the projects you need like very specific types of knits, and I don't know what kind of supplies I have. A lot of it's just woven. But I do have like old garments to mess with, and this encourages a lot of color blocking from what I can see so far. So I think it's going to be a lot of Frankensteining. He needs to stop extroverting. Oh man, at one of my part-time jobs, my manager is such an extrovert to such an extreme. He's really, really nice, and I really like working with him. And honestly, we don't spend a lot of time near each other because he hired me so that he doesn't have to do the sewing. And yeah, so like he gets to go off and do the other stuff because I'm available. But when we are in the same room, it just emanates off of him how much of like a people person he is. I feel like I can be. Oh, yeah, I feel like I don't talk about the serger very often, but there are a lot of people that have them. Yeah, maybe if I end up finding one in here that like really resonates with me. My favorite thing that I made in the Love It for Stitch book of hers is basically a skirt I already knew how to make. But it was still a good reintroduction to working on it. And for some reason, the version I had made before of like a gathered skirt with a fitted waistband, I kept putting the zippers in the side where the pocket is, and that complicates everything. Where I did pick up, I mean, lots and lots of tips and tricks, and there are other things I learned, and I copied all the patterns so that I can keep making different versions. So I loved everything but that. Was it the Rita blouse or something? No, it was the, I don't know, whatever the button-up blouse was. I did not like that. Yeah, some of the questions aren't great. Although one of my favorite things that has come up with talking with my manager. Oh, I just noticed a pin on the floor. Pardon me, I have to dive under my desk. I don't want Bert to step on that. Oh, it's a sewing needle. Cool. Yeah, I guess he's a little older than me, but he's seen a lot of the same bands that I've seen, so it's really fun talking about, like, not that we went to the same shows, but he was just into a lot of the same kind of music as me, so we'll get to talk about that. And that's fun, because not that many people are like, hell yeah, Big D in the kids' table, where I'm like, half of one of my legs is dedicated to a tattoo for them, so it is fun when we do get to chat most of the time. So yeah, I appreciate the little bits, I guess, where there's a girl I work with, I mean, she's like 25, so the woman I work with, it's perfect because we will both be quiet for a while and then sometimes we'll chat with each other, but it's not, I never feel the pressure to like keep a conversation going, but it's also not awkward silences. It's perfect. I love working with her. Like, ideally I have my own workspace and I just don't have to talk to anybody. But if I'm in the mood to chat a little bit, then we can interact with each other, but it's not like the whole time. Yeah, I have my times. It's funny, I used to think it was going out and like physically being around a lot of people, but I think that's part of my aversion to doing more live streams is they're a lot more draining than doing the videos. I enjoy them. I'm excited to be chatting with people today, especially you guys, because we talk all the time. I feel like I have a strong kinship with both of you. But yeah, I definitely am like drained afterwards and like a little cranky. So I think that's part. Plus scheduling them, it's tough. I do have better internet now though. So hopefully there's not buffering or lag. The video quality is okay. I thought that meant I could do it on my laptop, but I forgot you still need broadcasting software. I thought you could just do it from the browser without needing external stuff, but maybe that wasn't the case. Maybe it was just you can live stream from your phone without having to be a gaming channel, because that was a thing for a while. You could only stream from your phone if you were a gaming channel, which seems weird. Yay! That's good. But yeah, Carrie, I know you do a lot of, or not a lot. Well, actually, I don't know what the rate is. I think you've said like probably once a month. But have your events been canceled? Because everything I had coming up for myself have been canceled or postponed. Oh, that's what I was rambling about earlier. Yeah, the events have been postponed, which one of them was supposed to be today. Oh no, last Saturday, because different scheduling issues, it got rebooked for the 21st. But I was already supposed to be working a Brewfest event that day. So I was like, well, I can't go. Just put me on for next year. Like, put the money towards next year. It's like a $20 table, and it's at my old high school, so like, it's fine. It goes towards the anime club there. So I was like, consider this a donation. If you can't, refund me. It's fine. But yeah, the Brewfest ended up getting canceled because it was a fundraiser and people didn't buy tickets because this was just getting going. I think they canceled. I got the notification over the weekend, last weekend. So they canceled that. I think things were just starting to pick up. Like, it's been the past, since like Wednesday, people around here have realized how serious things are, I guess. I think people were kind of ignoring it as of like Monday, Tuesday. And now school's canceled for the next 2 weeks. Not canceled, they're going to learn from home. However you handle that. I can't imagine every kid that goes to public school around here has a computer available to them, but that's a whole different conversation. Yeah, the grocery stores are a shit show. I went grocery shopping on Monday, just did like regular stuff, and I'm really glad. Like, I was trying to be super careful. They're out of like the sanitizing wipes that you can wipe your cart down with. So I was trying to be like super, super cautious going around. But thankfully there were like 9 other people in the store, and it's the biggest grocery store in the area, pretty much. Like this whole part of the state. It's like the one people go to. There are lots of other ones around. Like, there are 3 within a quarter mile of each other near me. So it's not like there aren't options, but everyone goes to this one store for some reason. It's cheaper. That's why. But yeah, it's just been like, people are lined up. I think there's usually 20 regular registers and then 4 or 6 express checkouts. So if you have like 12 or less, there are at least 2 registers for that. And then if you have 20 items or less, they have 4 registers now. So yeah, there's a total of 6. And people were backed up with full shopping carts. I just saw a lot of pictures. I did not go to the store during this because I would have had a full-blown panic attack, no question. But people were wrapped around the whole front of the store, up the like bread aisle, and around the back to like the meat department. You know how grocery stores are kind of built to be like a circuit? It's basically wrapped almost all the way back to where like the checkouts are to start with, like all the way around the store. And I just don't have that in me. Oh, they closed the Guinness factory? Yikes. Is there one stateside? There must be one stateside. Yeah, the people with the toilet paper, I don't understand. Oh, hi, Chris. Yeah, shit's crazy, man. How are things down by you? Like, is it just as manic? Because everything's around here. I would love to visit the Guinness factory. Yeah, my partner, instead of going to prom when he graduated high school, he went to Ireland, and he doesn't drink, but he went to the Guinness factory, and it was yeah, it was cool. From what he told me, I was not there. Yeah, things are okay. I had a cold a couple weeks ago. So then people were like, extra checking in with me when this was first starting last week. For like, I feel fine. Not to get into the panic of everything, but yeah, people are being unreasonable, I think. Like, yes, stock up, especially if you are worried you're sick. Like, stock up on a couple weeks of food, but I usually get about 2 weeks of food when I go shopping. Some things I need to run out for, like if it's fresh produce, like that's obviously not going to last that long, but it's bonkers. Yeah, I did read an article. I haven't been worried about my own health getting sick with this. I'm sure if I caught it, I had been thinking if I caught it, like, it'd suck and I wouldn't want to spread it to anyone else, so I would, like, not continue going to work. We're only work a couple days a week anyway, but I just wouldn't do that. Which would be stressful financially, but, like, I would feel like it was my duty, but that would probably be the extent of it. Plus, I'm sure I wouldn't feel good. But I did hear that, I don't know what percentages of it, and it's so early that, like, I'm sure they don't have a ton of verification on these things. But the thing that has alarmed me about myself, thinking, like, I may be somewhat in a high-risk category, is that, some people that have recovered have, like, 20 to 30% less lung function. Like, their breathing's all fucked. I don't know how much I've talked about it, but I have an inverted sternum, so I have compression on my lungs all the time. So, like, I think my lungs are healthy. None of my doctors ever talked to me about this stuff. My OBGYN was the first one to be like, this isn't on your records anywhere. And why? But yeah, I don't have great lung capacity. I basically have the lung capacity, and I'm thinking about it, so it's, like, making me short of breath. But I know that's all it is I'm, like, stressed out thinking about it. So, yeah, I already have not great lung capacity because I went to get an allergy test however many years ago, because I have non-allergic rhinitis, whatever it's called. Basically not allergic to stuff, but my body reacts to all the things. So I just have, like, a runny nose and itchy eyes when there are irritants in the air, but it's not like there's a medication that will make that stop happening. I'm just very sensitive to it, I guess, which is, like, the most annoying option. I guess I'd rather have that than a deathly allergy to something, but god damn it. And, yeah, then they went to test my breathing to see if I had asthma, and they were, like, getting annoyed with me that I wasn't doing better on the lung capacity tests. And then I looked at them and was like, I have an inverted sternum. Like, it's called pectus excavatum. So yeah, like, I have a chest hole. So my sternum is, like, pressing on my heart and lungs, which I'm not a super, like, I'll go biking or go for a walk, but I can't do, like, high intensity activity for a long time, or I get winded really easily. So the whole thing is that I already have limited lung capacity, so I don't know if it affects your capacity and have trouble to breathe. Like, I'm quick to have trouble to breathe, basically. And hearing about this thing where, like, once some people have recovered from it, they don't get back to 100%. That freaked me out a little bit for myself. Otherwise, I haven't been worried because, like, I'm 30, I'm about to be 31. I do tend to get sick a lot, but, like, never anything devastating. I don't think I've ever had the flu. That's one thing I've been learning, looking at all these breakdowns of, you know, allergies versus common cold versus flu versus COVID-19 and all the different symptoms, like reading what the flu is, because I guess I didn't really think about the difference before. That doesn't sound like something I've had as, you know, in any memories that I have as an adult, maybe as a kid or something, but it's just weirdly reassuring. So if I'm not prone to getting the flu, I feel like I'm probably going to be fine. I'm worried about spreading it to other people, and honestly, worried about people losing their shit and, like, breaking into houses to get toilet paper and stuff. Like, they're stealing it from stores and doctors' offices, so it's the mania around it that stresses me out the most. Anyways, let me catch up on comments. It's the irrational behavior that spooks me. Yeah, I was thinking, I want to stop by the breweries, but I also don't. Like, I'm nervous enough to not go. I have a couple beers here. I honestly haven't been drinking for a few weeks. I had a really bad cold, so I wasn't feeling great enough to do it. And thankfully, most of the time, like, it's not a stress response for me. Like, if I'm really, really in a bad headspace, I'm not drawn to drinking, which, coming from a family with a very strong history of alcoholism, I lean into that feeling like, you know what? I just don't really care. So I haven't been drinking that much, which also means my tolerance is out the fucking window. So if I have like a beer, I feel it more than I used to. So hitting like a couple breweries, unless I'm eating the whole time, I can't do it like I used to. Not that I would go hard, but like even, in the course of 2 hours, if I go to 3 breweries and have a pint at each, it's a lot. Oh yeah. Like I said, I had been thinking about your dad, and wondering how he was doing. So I'm glad to hear he's on the mend and everything. But yeah, people are in such a vulnerable state, like, while they're healing from something. So I'm glad he's home. Yeah, I can't smoke stuff. I learned that the hard way as a younger person, like early 20s, I think was the last time I tried smoking pot. I've never tried smoking cigarettes. I have had cigars, but like just small pieces of that. I've never smoked a whole cigar because it hurts. It hurts so bad. Even being in a room full of smokers as an adult, I went to Atlanta a couple years ago. I think it was like 2017. It was right before my dad got sick, so that's why it's like super, super ingrained in my brain. It was like a week before that happened. But yeah, I went for my birthday, and I went to a show with my cousin's boyfriend, and they you can smoke in little 5 points indoors, and people were like chain smoking like crazy. The door guy just had a huge stogie the whole time, and so even trying to get outside, you had to go through like a massive cloud. You couldn't really see clearly through the room because there was so much smoke. And both me and Todd, my cousin's boyfriend, were like, it hurt talking on the ride home because like I haven't had a pain like that just in my chest. I was like, oh, my lungs feel sore. Yeah, it sucked. Yeah, I'm sure I had the flu when I was younger, but it doesn't sound, because I get colds regularly. My stomach is a mess, so I get stomach stuff a lot. Like, it's not usually cold symptoms plus stomach stuff at the same time, and that kind of seems like what the flu is. I'm not the expert on this, but from what I was reading, it didn't seem like all those symptoms happened at the same time. I just have a very sensitive stomach, so like there's certain things I can't eat, or I just am disastrously sick and like throwing up and stuff for a few days, which is real fun. Oh. I had Mountain Dew for the first time in at least a decade, if not more. I was altering a bridesmaid's dress for someone, and I was there for a while, because we were also hanging out. It was, like a friend of a friend. There's this couple that, like, I met through some other friends, and, they're super, super nice. I love hanging out with them when we're in groups. So when the wife had me over to alter this bridesmaid's dress, it was like, it also gives us an excuse to like hang out just us and not like in just a party setting. So it was super fun. Anyway, they bought like McDonald's for lunch because I was there for so long. And they're like, well, we have water or Mountain Dew or regular Coca-Cola. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to fuck with Mountain Dew because it's been a very long time. And you don't forget that taste, man. It must be caffeinated, right? But that color, I still don't understand how they get that color. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, yeah, the body aches are, that's the thing where, like, I don't know. I have joint and muscle issues on a day-to-day, so maybe I was going through the flu. I just have chronic pain that didn't make it noticeable. Ooh, yeah. I've gotten on the seltzer train the past couple years. Some friends I have down in Massachusetts. They have a soda stream, so they'll just make like bubbly water, and then they also, team Polar Seltzer. Not that I have anything against LaCroix, but I'm not gonna spend that kind of money on something that tastes the same. I do like Pamplemousse LaCroix. I fucking love grapefruit anything. But like a raspberry lime Polar Seltzer, or even the super cheap. So there's the cheap grocery store nearby is called Market Basket, and if you want to hear a great New England accent, one of the many in the bouquet of accents around here, you should try to look up the Market Basket documentary. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, but it's about like a strike that went down with this grocery store chain, and watching the documentary, it's peak northern Massachusetts, just that peak Merrimack Valley accent, and it's magnificent. Ooh, I will take a mixed drink recipe. I have a notepad right here. Do you like how I was like, hey, let's pick out fabric, and I haven't even opened the book that gives me instructions on what fabric to use? Anyways, yeah, I really like the Market Basket brand raspberry lime seltzer, but there's an even cheaper one, which I'm surprised there's an option cheaper than store brand. But yeah, there's, oh good, the dog is barking upstairs. Not Bert. Bert is asleep down here. Yeah, there's a brand called Adirondack, and it's so much cheaper than any other seltzer brands for some reason, but they have a raspberry lime that is very good. This is a very old mechanical pencil. It's like rusted out. I think I've had this since high school. Are you out of lead? Oh no, there we go. I don't know why the chat keeps disappearing. I hate it. Oh, I love cranberry pomegranate juice. That's my shit. I love cranberry juice. And yeah, any of those like hybrids, but especially cranberry pomegranate. Ooh, I've heard about squirt. I don't know that we get that around here. But it's like a lemon lime type thing, right? That sounds amazing. Oh, that sounds rad. It's a grapefruit soda? Oh, damn. I want that. All right. That sounds very good. That sounds like a really good like summer drink. Fresca. I can picture the label, but I don't think that's one I've had. Yeah, that sounds like a me drink. Those are the types of vodka drinks I like. Are or I would imagine gin wouldn't be too bad in that either. Where like that type of fruit where it's citrusy and like that more tart fruit type stuff where I can't get into like tropical fruit drinks. Oh, interesting. Ooh, Bacardi Breezers. That sounds very fancy. I never look at the malt beverages. Am I missing out? Here's the stuff I drink the most, is like any other craft beer I'm given by people, which is a lot. I go to the same 3 breweries all the time. I do really like sours. I drink them more in the warmer months, but I'm not opposed to drinking them year round. I fucking love sours. I really like that tart, like it hurts back here when you have the first couple sips. But I think I like, there's always going to be certain flavors in a beer that like you don't vibe with as much. I think the only thing I will not go for is like a Hefeweizen, like that banana clove wheat beer. I tend to avoid wheat beers. And then certain Belgians that have that same banana clove yeast profile, like, but I'm down for pretty much anything else. Like if there's a coconut beer, I'm probably not going to go for it. I can't do peanut butter beers because they use like actual peanut butter extract, and I have developed an allergy to peanuts, and that bums me out. So I don't go for those. You know, whatever usual flavors you don't go for, if it's in a beer, you're probably not going to like it. Like mango, like I said, tropical fruit, I'm not super into. So if you put that in a beer, probably not going to like that beer. Yeah, they've had the same sours on for a while, which they must take longer to make, right? Because I think it's like, are they barrel aged? I don't know. I think some of them are barrel aged. But I saw the Infernal was still on, and that is what I'm tempted to go pick up today. Because it's a little spicy. Not too spicy. Oh, I wonder if Rockingham still has habanero javelina. Ooh. Probably, right? I could go get some growler filled. I also don't. I'm trying not to stress out money-wise because all my events are getting canceled. Where I put a ton of stuff on Etsy, which I needed to do anyway because it was already made and has just been sitting around for a while. But yeah, because these like in-person events are getting canceled, it was already going to be a tight month where like I can't justify spending money on beer this month. Cucumber jalapeno tequila actually sounds great. That's the other thing too. I have a couple beers. I actually want to go look and see what I have. I think I have a couple Lithermans. I have a wedding dress out here. Not mine. It's for someone else. So I just need to make sure you don't see it. Just in case the groom sees it later. Also, it's someone's wedding dress, so I feel weird showing that to other people. Oh, shit! Alright, here's my beer fridge, right? There's actually more in here than I thought. Here's the mini fridge. Is baking soda, some Domino's marinara sauce, some McDonald's sweet and sour, a giant thing of yogurt, more marinara sauce. Oh no, some KFC sauce. Oh god, some dog cookies, a bunch of tiny V8s, some Gatorade, a homebrew. Maybe I'll drink that today. That's from like at least a year ago, I think. I'm gonna wait on this. This is a gin barrel aged. The Camaraderie. Chris is probably the only one that knows what this is. That was a Christmas present from Rob and Allie, which is very nice. Oh, here's that super cheap. Good, I still have one can. Here's that super cheap raspberry lime seltzer I was talking about. This has been in our fridge for like 6 years. I fucking hate green tea, especially when it's cold. I'll drink it hot to like force myself to drink green tea sometimes. But yeah, not that shit. Oh, I have a cream soda in here too. Weird. I wonder what that's from. Probably making butterbeer. So I have a couple mixers, which is good because I have 2 almost empty bottles of Seagram's Extra Dry. Oh, one's like half full, but that's in the freezer. So I can make cocktails later. What else do I have up here? I have triple sec, Pimm's, a little bit of bourbon. I've had this for like, I've had all of these liquor bottles for years. I have a full bottle of the Dware single cut. It was the first one they came out with. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna save that till I have people, like a huge party of people to share that with. Oh cool, a little tiny Gaia Fireball. We're going through the rations, folks. Okay, back to the actual beer though. I got a Remy's. Sorry, my thumb keeps getting in the way. Yeah, I got a Remy's. That's a New England style IPA. I have a bacon stout. I have the regular Rockingham, a hoppy red. I have a Litherman's, a ESB. I haven't had that yet. That was a gift for pet sitting a ferret, as well as this. Oh, it's a cranberry goza. I didn't even look at these when I was given them. And then I have 2 all-day IPAs. All of these have been in here for months, so I'm sure they're not at like peak freshness. But hey, you know, I have some options. And then I usually have like a big bottle of, there's a certain brand of sangria. Not that I have any affinity for that brand. I don't know enough about wine to like branch out and try other stuff. And it's $10 for a giant bottle of this particular one. But yeah, it's Madria sangria. So I usually have a bottle of that hanging out, but I won't drink it for like months at a time. All right. I feel like there was a lot of chat happening that I missed out on. Yeah, it's a bummer. I've seen a lot of efforts for people, like especially after Emerald City Comic Con getting canceled last weekend, where people were doing like Emerald City Comic Con online and like trying to get prints for the artists out into the world. I think it was for more like sketch artists and stuff, but yeah, I don't know why I don't like green tea so much. I mean, there's like sugar and stuff in that Arizona one where I just want like a plain hot green tea and I just down it as fast as possible. I don't know why I can't get on board with it. But yeah, I'll make myself drink it. I like chai, just plain black, you know, pretty warm. Like I don't like it once it's chilled. Nothing in it, just plain chai. Like the Twinings brand, I think, is the one that I like the most. But most of them are good. There are some bad peppermint teas out there. That's another one I go to if I want like an uncaffeinated tea. I'm trying to think of what the brand is that I don't like. I think I like the Stash. I think Stash brand is the one I will get the most frequently. The Celestial Seasonings, I like their Sleepy Time tea. That's fine. Chamomile, that's fine. Cinnamon apples, like, I used to drink it a lot. I don't like it as much as I used to, unless I have orange brandy in it. That is delicious. Hey, I'll try things. I view tea like I view beer. Like, I'll try it once. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah, the Celestial Seasonings peppermint tea is garbage. I hate it so much. That's a hard flavor to fuck up, man. I don't know why it's so bad. Oh, sorry. The thing buzzed. Ooh, I do have hot chocolate upstairs. One of my favorite hot boozy drinks to make is caramel hot chocolate. It's the Land O'Lakes mix and putting cinnamon booze in it, like cinnamon whiskey. Oh, that's smart. The liquid Girl Scout cookie. Yeah, I bet hot chocolate with like mint. They must have a mint Bailey's, right? That'd probably be really good. Um, I can only have one. Like I can only have one of the hot chocolate boozy drinks, so I tend to just not do that very often. But if it's like the cinnamon apple tea with the orange brandy in it, we were gifted a bottle of orange brandy, so I'm just trying to find things to do with it. But I bet like triple sec or something like that, or like the liquor is sugary, but the actual drink itself isn't too much. Where when you put booze and hot chocolate, it's like it's too much sugar for me. I usually feel like shit by the end of it. But I'll have like a couple. I'll have a couple of the cinnamon apple drinks. Oh, I'm drinking coffee. Nothing fun is in it. It's just black. But have any of you had the Patron coffee liqueur? Because holy shit, it is so good. That's a great like gift booze. I assume most people like the taste of coffee, but not everyone can handle like the caffeine, so I don't think there's as much of that in it. I bet coffee with Bailey's is pretty good too. I never think to get Bailey's. I'm such a whiskey person when I'm going for hard alcohol, though I do like, yeah, like Seagram's Extra Dry, or I've never bought my own bottle of Tanqueray, but no, Tanqueray is not the one I like. What's the one I like? Hendrick's. Hendrick's is the one that I like. Yeah, I don't tend to go for tequila, but the Patron coffee, like it doesn't taste that boozy, honestly, to me. Though I say that to other people and they're like, it tastes like all alcohol. But it tastes very strongly like coffee. And yeah, I used to not like gin, but it was always Tanqueray or Beef Eater. Like, no to either of these. So I just assumed I didn't like it. But the thing I'm learning is many things are nuanced when it comes to alcohols. So it's just, yeah, tequila is tough. Tequila just means bad decisions are getting made, I think. Patron in particular, that's the only tequila throughout my life, that is the one I have been like, had shots of it pushed onto me and not anything I've had to pay for. So I've had it. But it's, yeah, if it's like a really expensive tequila, again, which is why I've never paid for it myself, it really has such a smooth, like, it kind of tastes like juice. Actually, there's a very drunken adventure vlog of me visiting. Oh, hi, Jenny. Yeah, Jose Cuervo. Yeah. Oh my God, those fucking Rainforest Cafe light up cubes. There was an evening, I was probably, 16? No, definitely above the legal drinking age. I had a lot of Jose Cuervo mixed drinks, and me and a friend of mine were equally as drunk as each other, and we just kept screaming, sing-song, Jose Cuervo, and like clinking these Rainforest Cafe cups that had the like blinking ice cube, like plastic frozen ice cubes. Ugh. Patron tastes like Aquanet. Yeah, that was a really fun. I don't know. That was really fun. I damn, yeah, I saw they were doing like Tequila Tuesdays. I haven't been to Cask and Vine at all this year. Strictly for financial reasons. It's a bummer because I used to hang out there so much and I just don't see anybody from over there anymore. But like that's where we socialized, was out in the world drinking. I don't know that I've ever had Hornitos. I say all this about only drinking Patron, but that's just straight. We're like, I'm not gonna say no to a margarita, and I don't know that I care what's in it. My sister makes very good margaritas from scratch. She like makes her own sour mix and stuff. Or sometimes they can be a little too too sweet. Yeah, it's a little too intense for me sometimes. Like the sour mix and I don't mind the tart. When it's matched with like equal sweetness, it's like too much. Wait, who's Bobby Duke? Why is this ringing a bell? Yeah, man, I'm still heartbroken that they don't do brunch anymore. Because those chilaquiles, I'm sure I'm not saying it right, but that like egg and bean breakfast dish, of course I loved the bean dish. That was one of the best meals I've ever had, and not getting to get them anymore makes me very sad. And I had a couple groups of friends that like that's what we would do. That so I haven't really seen them that much since they canceled brunch. Which is a bummer, man. Oh man, breakfast pizza at Kelson though. I cannot believe how good it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so the Bog Troll thing, if any of you missed it, I posted. Yeah. I don't, okay, real talk. I don't know shit about Discord. I have been on a couple Discords and not really engaged that much, but it's for like a local Pokemon Go group, or I think that was, most of my introduction to Discord. I think there was one other thing, but people were being real monsters in the Pokemon Go group over a fucking like phone game. So I didn't contribute much because I didn't want these people to know who I was. So if they saw me out in the wild, they all live near me. That's the point of getting groups together to play Pokemon Go, is you can go do raids and stuff together. And I was like, fuck all of these people. So I stopped dealing with Discord in that capacity. But Patreon gives you the option to set up your own Discord. And I thought it would be good to have just like an ongoing group conversation. Not that I'm gonna like flood it every day with stuff. But yeah, I have just called the Discord channel Bog Trolls. So that is the resurgence of that name coming up. Because it makes me laugh. I don't know if any of you follow Bernadette Banner, but she calls herself like a swamp hag when she's in editing mode and stuff, which feels very close to me being in a bog troll state. I feel like my most bog trolly when I'll send the check along if I ever make money off that. Cheryl has been mentioning making like bog troll merch. I love it. I don't know what we'd make. Ooh, I do want to make, I'm going to do it, so I don't feel like I'm promising something I can't deliver. Like, I have sketches laid out, and I just need to get the Cricut out and fuck around with it. But I want to make buttons, like my own buttons with the shrink plastic. And I don't know how I would incorporate Bog Troll specifically into it. And when I picture Bog Troll, I just picture Trash Heap from Fraggle Rock. I don't know what everyone else pictures, but it's very, very Jim Henson-y. But yeah, I want to do like a line of buttons, I guess. But that's something that I really want to like specifically send out to everyone over at my Patreon. So that's the thing I alluded to a couple videos ago, but didn't want to like promise and not deliver on. Oh. I'm glad we're on the same wavelength. Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be fun to make like little buttons. Of course we talk about Trash Heap at the same time. That's brilliant. Sorry, I have to blow my nose. Allergies, not coronavirus. I may mute this for a second. Not that I make horrible, scary noises, but can I? I don't think it matters. You won't judge me for it. I can just feel it like building at the back of my throat and like affecting my speech, which I don't like. Christ, this has been going for almost an hour and I still have not picked out fabric. I'm just glad everyone's here to hang out. This is nice. It's nice to talk about drink recipes and stuff. My favorite thing to make when we have like freshly pressed apple cider in the house, yeah, I mean, I've never made like loud noises blowing my nose, but there are some people where I'm just like, how? Not as a judgment, but I'm just like, I don't know where it comes from, where that sound emanates. It's just the noise of whatever is coming out of me. I don't know. But yeah, I've been a quiet nose blower. But I could tell I was like starting to sniffle a lot, and I know that can drive people nuts sometimes. Yeah, just that feeling like in the back of your nasal passages where it like meets the back of your throat when you just feel things building up. Being a human is such a beautiful experience. Oh, you know, I just realized there's someone that's usually in the chats that lives in Italy, and I should send her a private message to see how she's doing. Because that seems like the epicenter of things now. It has shifted over there. If you're watching this later, hi, thinking about you, hope you're okay. I weirdly envy people that can, yeah, sound like a foghorn when they're blowing their nose. Okay, I'm going to at least grab my bolts of fabric, and I have like other stashes hidden around, so we'll figure something out. Ooh, oh, I don't think I have enough of that. Okay, we're gonna at least pull the fabric out and muddle through it. I love it. Well, that's the thing, right? Is like, I think people that can't make the noise, like, at least for me, I can't make any noise when I blow my nose. So I don't know how other people do it. Like, I can't make it happen. Where I would imagine people that do make a noise when they blow their nose, they can't not do it. Because I remember talking to one of my old bosses. He made, it's horrible. Oh God, it was such an intense thing that like I would have noise canceling headphones on because I had a lot of loud machinery when I was at the dental lab, and I would hear it through that. So, oh yeah, it was a lot. Hi kiddos. I hope you are all also not in full panic, but being cautious. I've been worried about you guys a lot this week. We're all gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. Oh, thanks. Also, it's very kind of you to say that I can sing. I would give myself credit and say there's maybe 3 songs I would feel comfortable singing. I do not have a good singing voice. It's just that they're very easy middle range. Nothing real is interesting happening vocalization wise. But I know this about me that I cannot sing. I can tell when I'm not hitting notes, which is I wouldn't say I'm tone deaf. I just can't make the sounds happen. Like I can tell when it's bad, where I think there are some people that can't. They're like, I'm doing great. Where I don't have that. I don't have that veil over my eyes. I know I can't do it. Ooh, I just spotted the lemon drops that are in the jar on my desk that are definitely all stuck together because they've been here for like 4 years. But I'm gonna eat it anyway. It's gonna go real well with my coffee. Yeah, I've never had any false pretenses about my voice. It doesn't stop me from singing, obviously, because there are many times I I put it in a video or I sing at the dog a lot. Oh, they taste so bad because they've been sitting here for so long. But I still want to eat them. These are from my trip to LA. Like a very long time ago. Was that 2016? Still not going to stop me. Oh, really? There's a website to check your tones. Now insert the clip of me going, oh, really? Oh, I can smell the stink waves coming at me. So that means Bert is waking up and shifting around. Oh, that's interesting. Like the notes and stuff. Oh, hello. We're just shooting the shit and hanging out, so you haven't missed out on anything in particular, but thank you for joining us. Yeah. That's true. I don't want our It's a Bog Troll Life musical to like, I want everyone to be able to sing along with it, you know? All right, let me grab my fabric. Ah! Avalanche! Oh, it's all the cardboard. Okay. We have a starting point at least. Oh, right. Let's discuss the projects. I haven't even read through all of them, but I figured I'd let you all help me decide. So, I think there are 6 projects in this book. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5/6 garments to make. So there's the yeah, so BB skirt. There's a baseball t-shirt that Fawn has been telling me about that she loves. I'm excited to make that. A sweater and dress. Sweater dress. Oh, I see. Yeah, a sweater that can also be a dress. I see. A hoodie and joggers. And another dress. Oh, with the wrap. That's this dress. The Joni dress. Okay. These are the things we have to pick fabric for. So. Yeah, I think most of these have heavier fabric, heavier knits than I actually own. So I don't know what we're gonna do, because I could improvise a lot with the wovens in the last one. Sorry, my voice is weird. I should not be eating a giant hard candy right now. So yeah, I'll show you like the chapter beginning photo. So this is the skirt we gotta pick fabric for. She's suggesting like a double knit. Which I know I have little pieces of, but I don't know that I'll have enough. I should be able to do the skirt. I'm not as worried about the skirt. That should be okay. I'm sure I'll be able to find fabric for this. This is the baseball t-shirt. So we're gonna look for that. And she has fabric suggestions for each one. Yeah, she suggests like a single knit jersey. You know, we're making a t-shirt, so like good t-shirt fabric. This is the sweater, which again, I think you just make long, and that's the dress. Which is cool. Yeah, like, I watched a video of someone making their own version of this. I don't like the ruffle. For me. I think it looks cute on her. I know I would not. Though, I would fuck with a cowl neck all day. So that's a different version you can do. One of the many reasons I like these Tilly books is because she gives you a lot of options. So you're not just making a very regimented thing and like it's either this or nothing. This is the hoodie and joggers. I've never made sweatpants, but I'm excited. And then yeah, this is a like wrap top dress. It looks complicated, but doesn't everything before you do it? Yeah, here's a better picture of like the twist. I'm very interested to see if I'm gonna like how that looks. We will find out. Oh yeah, there are a lot of notes in here about serger troubleshooting. Most of the troubleshooting I've had to do with my serger has been like just involved rethreading it. But I know there's the differential feed on the side, which affects like the speed of the top and bottom fabric getting pulled in. And then there's like the presser foot pressure. Some of them have adjustable ones, some of them don't. And then obviously like the thread tensions. And then there's the stitch length. I find I have to mess with that sometimes. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of when I said I wonder if I'm going to like how that's gonna look. I'm not a particularly big-chested person, so maybe it'll be really flattering. Maybe it'll look weird. I don't know. Yeah, it does really accentuate it, huh? She's also pregnant here, so I think it's just more prominent. But like, that seems to kind of be the focal point of a lot of these photos. Here's the thing, right? I have a lot of screenshots of outfit details that if someone else were to go through my phone would think I was a total fucking pervert. There's like I was at the gym one day and I can like feel my ears getting hot thinking about this. I was at the gym a while ago and I had recently screenshotted, I think it's a picture of Rebecca Black. It just came up in my like Instagram Explore. And she has this really cool denim top, but the like boob cups, it's 4 different pieces making the shape of the bust of this outfit. I thought it was really cool. I hadn't seen anything like that. And I have a lot of small denim scraps. So I was like, I would really like to play with this and figure out how to do it. But then I was at the gym and I was on like, they have like 3 or 4 main rows of the machinery, like the cardio stuff. And I was on the bike machine, which is like the frontmost row. So everyone behind me, when I was going through some of my screenshots just to think about like what project I wanted to start next, I must have just thought that I was like, I love these tits, man. I need the hoots, less of the boots. I do have, for my frame, I have a big butt. Boot hoot transfusion. Oh, I'm so glad we're all chatting. Oh, shit. I love it. I love it so much. Yeah. Man. I mean, that is a thing. That's the main reason I don't want to keep the, it's more length than anything, but if my butt wasn't so big, there would be more room for it. But like the Doctor Who pajama pants, they're hanging, but you probably can't see them. They're down here. I listed those in my Etsy shop. I like the look. They're also very wide legged, and I have tiny like toothpick legs. Like, look at how little this is. I just don't like how they look on me. So yeah, that's part of why I'm listing them. I'm proud of how they came out. I think they look well made, but I just don't like how they look on me. Yeah. Boot hoot transfusions. Oh God, I'm so happy that this conversation's happening. Yeah, why is everyone buying onion? I mean, I guess they last a while. I don't know, man. They better not be touching my fucking baked beans, though. I had that thought. I made breakfast earlier, and I was making baked beans, and I was like, oh no, it's a canned good. People are looking at these more than they did before. But they're also, the ones I've been getting, because they're cheaper, and like, there's only one store that sells the Irish, the Bachelor's baked beans. They're more expensive, and there's only one store I can find them at, so I don't get them very often. But there's like the Heinz vegetarian ones, which are the only like tomato-based ones I can find. So I'll buy those, but it says like vegetarian in giant letters on the can. Or like, I live in a farm town. I don't see many people grabbing those. Yeah. Well, I guess these are sweater tights, but these are fine. But like it's always really baggy here. Because my leg just tapers down so much. It gets so teeny tiny. Yeah, like, what's that song called? Oh, The Boot Scootin' Boogie by, is that Brooks and Dunn? I was raised in a white trash household, so I know these things. But yeah, Boot Scootin' Boogie, but boot hoot transfusions. Oh, that's good to know. I really want to make lo mein. I used rice noodles last time, and I like rice noodles, but I understand now why when I get like pho or something, they like put the noodles in when it's served. They don't like cook the broth with the noodles because they just like absorb everything, where I doubled, if not tripled, the sauce recipe. And it was so dry and like sticky because the rice noodles, and that's how rice works. But I had friends that used, yakisoba noodles or like udon noodles, where again, like the Asian food section is not usually that picked over, other than the top ramen, which I'm sure those are all gone. Where we eat that sometimes. I'm not above that. Sometimes I'll like microwave an egg in a ramekin, like really college student it up, and I'll get the chicken top ramen, microwave an egg, put that in there, and then add some chipotle roasted garlic like grilling seasoning. Oh, it's so good. I have a lot of salt deficiencies, and I know there are probably healthier ways to go about getting more sodium in your diet, but the way I want to get more sodium in my diet is French fries. Sometimes just putting some iodized salt on like cucumber slices. I do like that a lot. But then just fucking top ramen. I feel so much better after I eat it. Bye, Chris. Yeah, I'll maybe see you. I should at least like pop in. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I have a lot of mixed feelings about going out today, but yeah, if I do, I will see you there. Good luck out in the world. Yeah, I am wondering if like the breweries near here are going to be super slammed because of people stocking up on beer. The liquor stores have been just as mobbed as the toilet paper aisles, from what I've heard. Man. A little bit. Yeah, shit's wild. Okay. Ooh. I'm going to use my fancy dancy planner to write down the types of fabrics I want to look over for this. We're getting kind of somewhere, right? All right. Do I have any good double knits on these bolts? I don't think so. We're probably going to have to get into the scrap piles. Oh, empty, like people-wise? Well, that's good. Ooh, I bet the ones on the highway were mobbed. Okay, so for those that don't live in New Hampshire, we have state-run liquor stores. You can't sell any hard alcohol in, like, beer stores, though we have beer in our grocery stores. It is so fascinating to me, the different layout of all of this shit, because, like, you can get a six-pack of Budweiser at Cumberland Farms, or, like, at the gas station, like a 7-Eleven. But yeah, you have to go to, like, the state-run liquor outlet to buy hard alcohol. You can also buy wine there. You can buy wine at all of the things. Beer stores, you can have wine. Convenience stores, you can have wine. Wine is across the board for everyone. But yeah, to get hard alcohol, you have to go specific type of store. But there's, like, the main highway. New Hampshire is, like, very tall and skinny. There's a main highway that goes, like, all the way up the state. And right around the busiest area, like right before the toll booth, or right after the toll booth, around like the big set of tolls that I try to avoid at all costs. I call it the wall because I do not like going north of the wall. Unfortunately, my sister and I live on opposite sides of the wall, so I don't go visit very often. And I'm sorry about that. Oh, I have an easy pass now though, so that won't be a factor. Anyway, there's a giant, like, absolutely massive truck stop sized liquor store on both sides of this freeway, and it just makes me laugh that, like, that's people will make the trip up the highway through the tolls to go just to the liquor store, and it doesn't matter if you're heading north or south, you can hit it either side. When I first got my driver's license, I meant to turn off before, like, I cannot navigate Hooksett, New Hampshire, I don't know why, but I meant to turn off before the rest stop with the liquor store. And I thought, hey, that's where the liquor store is. There must be an outlet so that, like, both sides can get to it, so I can just get out, you know, like, go on maybe a little overpass, underpass. There's got to be some way to get to the other side of the highway so I don't have to go through the tolls 2 times. But no, there's a gigantic fucking department store size liquor store both sides of the highway. It just, I don't know, makes me laugh. Oh, Dizzy Squizzy, that's fun to say. That I'm gonna also write that note down. Where's my paper? I'm glad we can discuss the important things here. Yeah, I remember visiting Sama, and we went to, like, a Target, and they had bottles of vodka. I was like, what is this? So I have friends in, I think Massachusetts and Connecticut have similar rulings with this, where there are stores called Packies, package stores. That's more of a Mass thing, where you can buy, like, they primarily sell hard alcohol, but you can get beer and everything there. That's a lot of the stores, is it's everything. It's beer, wine, and booze. But you can't, at least definitely Connecticut, I think Massachusetts is the same, but I'm not 100%, where you can't get any alcohol, anything at, like, a Cumberland Farms or something. So you have to go to, like, a Packy to go get it. I think that means that they don't sell in grocery stores and stuff too, though. I'm trying to remember. I know, like, when we go, when I'm with my friends in Connecticut and we need to, like, do a beer run, we have to go to the liquor store. I'm like, why? It's so far away. There's a Cumberland Farms right there. They're like, no, we don't. We're not weird like you people. So it's interesting, the different, like, state rules about this kind of shit. I'm very interested. Maybe that can be my next, like, road trip investigation. Much like my deep dive into baked beans down the East Coast. Yeah, it's fascinating, these things. All right, I don't think I have good fabric in my actual bolt piles, but I have a bunch of knit fabric in here. So we'll see what we got. Oh. Only in certain counties can you drink as a passenger in Connecticut. I don't know which ones exclude it, but I have done it, and it's been great. Like, just for the novelty of doing it. You guys, I'm getting a little sad because I don't know if I have the right fabric to be doing some of these projects. And the whole point of this year is to, like, sew from my stash. There must be something to work with, though. I have a ton of, like, garments in here that are meant to be fucked with. So I'll sort through those after. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of Frankensteining. So I think this is a double knit. What are you? There's not that much fabric, though. That's a single knit. I had a lot of this material, but then I made one of my friends a really awesome skirt out of it, which I'm glad I did. Oh, yeah. I think is it the flannel? Because I have some of that, too. But it's just a little bit, so there's not much I can do with it. Yeah, it's wild and crazy times out there, folks. Let's see, that's very stretchy. These are legging bottoms. But then we can drink Baileys out of our shoes like old Greg. Well, this will be a good base for something at least. It seems like almost all my fabric is wovens as far as my bolts. So I think I'm just going to take out the knits that I own. Can you tell I'm a Hufflepuff? And is that it? Oh no, is that it? Whoops. Yeah, that's definitely not. Ooh, but this is. Oh, good. I still have some striped fabric. There's a decent amount there. That's good. I was really hoping to fuck with stripes for this, because she gives some good instructions on specifically working on stripes. So I do want to do that. All right. So out of the 2 wooden crates full of fabric, these are the only knits that I have. This is what happens when you go shopping, you don't know what the fuck you're doing or what you're looking for or what would be a potentially good basic to have. I guess I started to learn because I do have some solid plain ass cotton that's good for linings, but for all woven stuff. All right, let's see. Yes. Okay. Sorry, this is not this is not what we're working on now, but I wasn't gonna buy any new fabric to build inventory for upcoming events, although who knows what events are even gonna happen. But the events that have done the best for me have been the Harry Potter themed ones. Sorry. I really need to just shut my notification noise off because that was probably very loud. I don't know how to do it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. I know we talked about the fabric. I think you sent me a picture. Listen, I will take any and all fabric other people want to get rid of. I have been given so much by other people because they're like, I just had this, and like, what am I going to do with it? Anyway, yeah, there's supposed to be a Harry Potter event happening mid-April down Lowell. And I have a bunch of fabric cut out for making robes, but I ran out of black fabric. And thankfully, at some point before that event, or after that event, because I only had like one of each color available, and I had started cutting out kids sizes, because there's a lot of kids at those events, and like, kids want robes. But yeah, I ran out of black fabric, but there's got to be like 5 yards here or something. At least four yards. So that's good. Yeah, I super forgot I had it. Also, this is all I do to store my fabric. It is not tall enough. Man, I have the best dog. He's just sleeping through all this. This is usually what happens when I'm in my sewing room. He just kind of naps. Then he'll get up and want to play for a while, but he's a sleepy old man most of the time. It also helps that I'm sitting, where if I'm up and walking around, like when I was cleaning in here before I started the live stream, he's just yelling at me the whole time. But yeah, this is all I do to store like big lengths of fabric, is I just wrap them around a big thing of cardboard. I'm jealous. I'm proud of being a Hufflepuff. I really am unembarrassed about it. Where, at least for a long time, people were like, ugh, if that's the house they got. But it, like, I don't know, it makes sense to me. I see why, and I'm proud of the personality traits that make me that way. Where there have been some like other Harry Potter quizzes that I've taken that have put me in Gryffindor, and I feel like my most Gryffindor traits are the ones that I'm least okay with. Go in the thing. So that always frustrated me when I got that, but I would not be mad about getting Ravenclaw. I wish I was Ravenclaw. Oh yeah, foam core's a great idea. I just always have a ton of cardboard laying around. Yeah, I would also, like, I also envy Slytherins. I feel like both of those houses are a lot smarter than me, and I envy that. But I also think it's the part of me that makes me envy other people. Like, those are my more Gryffindor traits, and that's, I don't think, it's not a cute look being envious of people all the time. So I try not to let that be too prominent when I think about these things. I don't know if I'm explaining that at all well, but yeah, I'm jealous of Ravenclaw and Slytherin. But am understanding and am comfortable with being Hufflepuff. It makes sense. Yeah, I guess we'll put this in here. I got some duck canvas. Oh yeah, I got this to make that wood sling. I think this and that black fabric are the only fabric I bought this year. Or actually, no, I bought that in like November. the black fabric. But this I bought for, I made someone a wood sling for like just after Christmas. I meant to make it for Christmas, but then I got disastrously ill. I couldn't even talk on Christmas Day. I was so fucking sick for like a month. And then I got another cold for most of February, so at least I don't have that during these times. I'm very thankful that at least, yeah, the timing could have been a lot worse. Everything's falling. Oh my god, also, what an idiot. I was just getting in my head, like, what am I gonna use for the hoodie and the joggers? And I know they're gonna be heavier, but sweatshirt material is pretty heavy. I have so much fleece to use, and that's stretchy, especially the thinner fleece, which I think would make better, like, make a better hoodie. I have so goddamn much of that. Oh, I'm so relieved. Cool. Oh, you know what? I think that text was, I just need to let. Oh, it's yelling at me. Oh, okay. Hold on one second. Am I able to? Nope, I don't think so. Womp. I think the person that was texting me may be on their way home, and I was just going to warn them I was live streaming. So they don't walk into the room to be like, oh. Yeah, sorry, that was like a buck wild ride. I'm guessing by the dog barking that someone is doing something else. Hey, you know, if it's like a crazed person coming at my house trying to steal my toilet paper, I have a lot of sharp implements in here, so I'm not too concerned. And there's a wood shop outside the door, so like, I'll be fine. Yeah, this is that fox fabric that I really want to make something out of, but I don't know what yet. Probably I think I have enough to do a gathered skirt, but I also want to come up with a dress design that I like enough to do this with. So we're getting there, but I think it's time I finally like put it on its bolts and put it away, because I've had it out for months and now I just like don't even see it anymore. Yeah, I got the dog in here. He'll fuck someone up if they come in and he doesn't like them. He doesn't have any of his front teeth, but he has the ones in the back, which I think do the most damage. So yeah, we'll be fine. Bert to the rescue. Also, I forgot I had this color blue. Oh my god, this is such a good blue. I like how this has just turned into me cleaning my craft room. Ugh. This is a thing that happens. I stress clean a lot, and I can already feel myself being a little bit calmer about things doing this. So I can joke about stabbing someone with my very expensive Japanese left-handed scissors. Like, I haven't been in the mood for it lately. Yeah, like, Bert's small, but he has zero fear. And, like, that's the thing about dachshunds. They will not relent. Which means they get real fucking annoying real fast. But, I think he'd at least make someone pause. So that I could, you know, have a second to think of something. Also, it sucks that my brain is even at that place. Like, normally I don't have the outside door locked. Like if I'm home, because I'm in and out with Bert a lot if he needs a bathroom break or I just want to go for a little walk outside. Um, but I've made a point to like make sure that shit is fully locked. Which also means I did lock my partner out of the house yesterday, and yeah, thankfully he had his phone, so he called me and was like, please let me in. Oh. Yeah, that's a very cute idea. I mean, the dog upstairs is big enough and like barks at everything. And he growls a lot, but I haven't really seen him nip anybody, but I think it would give someone pause. There's a reason people have like beware of dog signs. Also, I'm just realizing all of these fabrics that have been sitting out are all from the last Tilly and the Buttons book I did. Which means I should have fucking put them away. Was that January? I think that was like mid-January I went through that book. So it's time. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear him, but he is going for it out there. It's probably just the mail getting delivered, or if anyone's like working in the backyard. Oh, I was gonna say, like, poodles, especially standard size poodles, I feel like could fuck someone up. Those are big dogs, and they're smart. 12 chihuahuas, that's a lot. My partner keeps saying we need more dachshunds, and I don't think I'm ready for that. Yeah, there were 5 dogs in the house, huh? Oh, I miss Tessa. I also lived with my sister in that house with 5 dogs and 1 cat. Right? Just the one. Abigail, was that her name? Yeah, Tessa was this old, like, was she a golden retriever German Shepherd mix or yellow lab German Shepherd mix? She was so sweet. She is so old and blind. And she would just do the same loop around like the main floor of the house at all times. And if you had like a laundry basket in the way, she wouldn't know what to do because she just had no eyesight. Oh, Mercedes. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. A poodle cannon. I remember that tick. Is that the cartoon or the one with that guy with the really cut jaw? Not the Peter Serafinowicz one. Oh yeah, Mercedes. I remembered what she looked like, but I somehow forgot her name. She would, oh, hello! How are you surviving the apocalypse? Yeah, I remember Mercedes. She was a Greyhound mix, and she would try really hard to wag, but she'd like lose the rhythm, and it always looked like she just didn't know how to do it. She's so cute. Poor little pup. I feel like she had a pretty rough go of it at the end. Oh yeah, Warburton. That's right. My dad and I watched that show a lot when I was younger. Yeah, it sounds like things aren't going great from what I've been hearing. Now is that like, I haven't lived with any, I mean there's an Italian Greyhound upstairs, but I guess he's bad at wagging too. He doesn't really do it that much. Bert's pretty good at wagging. It's very left to right. He doesn't try to do any fancy swirl shit, you know? Oh, I love that Molly does that. She kind of has that greyhoundy shape, though. I wonder if that's what it is. I love Peter Serafinowicz. I didn't watch any of him in The Tick, though, and I feel really bad. He was one of the first Twitter accounts that, like... Remember when Twitter was just about posting jokes? And, like... if a band was going on tour, you could have text notifications and find out when tickets were on sale right away. And you could try to get Nathan Fillion to @reply you. It was just a different time when I first started on Twitter. And now that makes me almost more anxious than Facebook sometimes. Oh, anti-wag, no. Yeah, Bert does cute little wags. Oh no, I'm blurry. Is it better? How do I get back in focus? Help! Is this... Oh, you know what? I feel like when there's text, that seems... Oh yeah, it's better. We good. All right. I have most of my fabric pile put away. Kind of. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. I forgot I was working on a custom thing for Etsy for someone. I told them it was going to take a couple weeks, and they're not in a rush for it. But I don't know if any of you saw... I still have a couple left. They're like mini stretched canvases. They're like 2-inch by 2-inch frames, or canvases. And I painted them like this in the background, and then I cut out a piece of birch bark in the shape of New Hampshire with a little heart in the middle. So, yeah, this person just asked if I could like scale it up for them. So I have the canvas painted. That's like fully dry now. That's good. I feel like once I take my Cricut out to do that project, I'm going to want to do the button thing I was talking about earlier too. For anyone that wasn't here for it, I just want to make my own shrink plastic buttons to like sew onto the fronts of things, because I think there's so much potential there and it's going to be rad. And I definitely want to send them out as a gift to like all of my patrons, not even just the mail time perk tiers. I almost said peers. I couldn't remember what the word was. But yeah, I want to send those as like a fun gift to everyone, because it's also sewing related. I feel like sometimes things in my Etsy shop and things I make, you know, the name is Sewing Nerd. So I'm a nerd about sewing and just nerd in general. But I thought making buttons would be a fun, very on the nose thing to do. Anyways. No. I like slinky dogs. Bert tries to be really discreet about stuff sometimes. Dude really likes eating my partner's like filthy, disgusting, sweat-filled, stenchy, been in work boots all day socks. He loves it. And then he also likes to eat or like chew on my underwear and stuff. And I don't know why dogs always go for underwear and just like the grossest thing. And also use tissues. But he knows when there are things that are for him to play with. Like if he's playing with a toy and I walk in the room, he just continues doing his thing. But if he's chewing on something he shouldn't be, like he tried to steal like a mini, what's it called? Aquaphor, like lotion bottle, like a little travel size one. He tried to steal it. Like he knows when there are things he shouldn't be chewing on. Because when I walk in the room and he has one of those in his mouth, he literally like perks his head up and looks at me, and his just eyes go totally wide and his ears go all the way out, and he runs away. Where yeah, if he's chewing on a toy that he knows is meant for him, and I don't know how he tells the difference, but he doesn't like skulk away when he's chewing on stuff that is his. Yeah, when I say shrinky dinks, it is, I have hordes of recycled plastic that like, yeah, from old bakery containers, because some takeout containers, they get like greasy depending on what's in them. So I don't love using those for like all the jewelry I have in my Etsy shop is pretty much all recycled. I did make some batches out of like new sheets of shrink plastic, but bakery ones in particular, they're always lined, or, you know, if it's muffins or something, they always have like the liners on them. So you don't have to worry about those getting like gross, you know? I still wash them before I do anything with them. But yeah, I just have, I mean, I'm running out because I haven't hoarded any in a while. But apparently, specifically, the Comcast cafeteria containers are number 6 plastic. That's the number you need to do these. But yeah, I just rough them up with sandpaper. And I do like a circular motion. I don't know if you can see the pattern. But yeah, just put it on the floor, rough them up with sandpaper, and that's how I make all the jewelry that I have. So I think doing buttons out of stuff like this will also work. Thanks, yeah. I've had some of this plastic for too many years, so it needed to get used. And yeah, I probably need a new blade and new mat for my Cricut because it doesn't want to cut through plastic. It's meant for scrapbooking, but I still make it do shit. It shouldn't. Yeah, number 6. And like, you'll be able to tell that it's... Oh, yeah, that's okay. I have plenty. I think I still have a couple like full sheets anyway. Yeah, Cheryl, that was the other thing I was thinking about because someone broke the tab off their zipper pull. And I was trying to think like, well, I'm not going to like smelt a piece of metal to replace this or something. But I was like, oh, well, if you open up the like ring, then you can maybe get like if it's thick plastic, you can get another piece on. So I would think a shrinky dink pull tab would work. It's so good. And then you can make whatever design you want. It was you showing me those Harry Potter pulls where I was like, oh shit, I would love, like on one of my zipper pouches, making like a lightning bolt shaped one or like a, I don't know, what, basically any of the charms I have, but the less frail ones. There's some designs like the Bureau of Balance ones where like there's a lot of negative space, so they're not as durable, where I think like the Wonder Woman one, there's not as much stuff cut out, so I think it would be a little more sturdy. Hi Fawn, actually I was talking about you earlier because in a good way. I finally have my Tilly book, which we've been talking about, but I'm finally picking out fabric and I'm realizing I do not have a lot of knit fabric in my pile. Sam's gonna lose her mind. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh god, it's gonna be so good. I like was almost tearing up looking at the selection you showed me, the thing that I picked. I was like, oh, it's so good, and knowing who it's for, oh, it's gonna be great. You're the nicest. I'm so excited to see her reaction to it. It's gonna be so good. Oh, it makes me so happy. Everyone could use a little boost right now too, so it's like, yeah, I'm pumped. I'm definitely in the mood to like make little gifts for people just because it's nice to just like be thinking of someone and be like, hey, I thought you would like this color combination, or like, I saw this fabric with some llamas on it and I know you like llamas, so I made it with you in mind. And then, yeah, it's just a nice thing. Oh, I was trying to figure out why I was holding onto this plastic. Oh, and that's what I was going to say about the birch bark thing, is I need the Cricut for that, but I know once I have the Cricut out and all set up, it's just a pain in the ass to like get it set up. But once it's out, I know I'm going to want to do a bunch of stuff. So that's why I'm putting off cutting out the birch bark. But sometime this week I'll do it. But yeah, the person's not in a rush to get it. If it was a rush thing, I would have done it already, but I'm giving myself the time. Plus I had to paint the canvas with all the layers. Oh no! Man, like I get people, like we buy toilet paper, paper towels in bulk. Because like certain parts of the year it's more on sale, and if you have coupons and you buy a certain amount, or like Target gives you gift cards if you buy a certain amount of like bulk items. So I understand getting those things in bulk, but literally clearing the store out of toilet paper is fucking insane. And you're like, it is an essential, like you need toilet paper. I mean, I am grossed out thinking about it, even though I know it's more environmentally friendly, but there must be reusable options for that, right? That's going to be a thing people do. I don't know how jazzed I am about that. But hey, you know, I got scraps if we need them. You know what I heard? Hold on, let me put this away and then I'll yell about this guy. This fucking guy. The grocery store closest to me, there was a guy. And someone said, it's like, he looked like he might have been 70, but maybe just like he had a hard time in his 60s. This is old white guy wandering around the grocery store, not shopping for anything, coughing everywhere. And anytime he came into contact with another person, he would say, "Oh, sorry about this cough of mine," and start yelling about like the media and fake news and just coughing everywhere just to like fuck with people. And it made me, I wasn't there. I would have lost my shit if I was there. Like reading it and other people being like, thought, like I tried to get away as fast as I could, so I wasn't sure if that's what's happening, but then I heard him like a couple aisles over. What the fuck? Ugh. Oh, it made me so mad. Oh, it made me so mad. Just don't be an asshole. You are actively negatively affecting other people's lives when you do that shit. Oh, it made me angry. That's my little rage about this. Like if people are doing those extremes, like I know the masks are really only helpful if you yourself are sick. It keeps it in. So buying out all the masks so you don't catch someone else's shit, even though there's gaps on the side. So if there's droplets in the air, like you're still going to get it. But it helps contain it. If you have it in your face, buying them out so like the doctors don't have them, that sucks. Don't do that. But the people that go and are super suited up and have like gloves on while they go grocery shopping, so what? It's not affecting you. Let them do it. If they're being cautious, I think that's better than being that fucking asshole in the grocery store coughing on everybody. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of water. We're gonna fold some more fabric. Or I guess we're to the unfolding part where we dig through the pile. The mystery pile of stuff I forgot I had. Yeah, there's a podcast I was listening to for a while. I have nothing against it. I just haven't caught up, called Your Mom's House with Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky. And Christina is always yelling about like, shit to shower, man. I can't, like, butt wipes aren't going to do it for me. It's always shit to shower. Or like she said she wipes, but then she goes and takes a shower right after. We're like, hey, sometimes you gotta like poop out in the wild and you can't shower at a Target. Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah, we have some tissues here, which is good. I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, our napkin supply, we buy like the big containers of napkins. We use those more than paper towels. I'm doing the bad thing and rubbing my eye. Is it bad in your own house? It's just breaking the habits, really, right? So I should probably stop. Ooh, pneumonia sounds fun. I feel like that'd fuck me up, considering my lung condition anyway. I don't think I've ever had pneumonia. I feel like I would know if I had pneumonia. I don't think that's an experience I have had. Yeah, like this is already such a shit time for people's health. I don't, like, I'm not worried about me. The lung thing freaks me out. But like that's still survivable and stuff. But I'm just freaked out when people are like, well, I don't care if I get it, whatever, and then like take no precautions about like them spreading it other places. That's what pissed me off about that old guy. Like, even if he didn't have it, just the brazen like carelessness and insensitivity of, if someone did catch it from that store that day, that like is immunocompromised or older or younger or like People with fucking asthma are high risk, and people with obesity or smokers or high blood pressure are all high risk. That's a bigger chunk of the population, and there's not as much of an obesity issue in Italy and China, so that the fatality rates and stuff for those high risk factors weren't, and high blood pressure too, weren't as big of an issue over there. Where over here, like, that's a problem a lot of Americans have. So just fucking be cool, man. Makes me very mad. This is how I know I'm a Hufflepuff. This is the shit that makes me the most angry. Yeah, I guess when, like, I have a guy, I used to work with a guy that had walking pneumonia a couple of times while I was working with him. But he said it wasn't contagious. Like, the things he was describing he was dealing with, where it's going to be different for everyone, I would imagine. It yeah, just seemed different. I haven't checked out Critical Role. They just had their 5-year anniversary, and it's definitely on my list of things to get into. It feels like too big for me to be able to wrap my head around getting into right now, so I'm kind of catching up on smaller stuff, but that I will. It's gonna happen eventually. But there's also, like, my dad wrote a porno. Anna and my sister have been talking about that a lot. That's on the list. Yeah, I don't have it in me to start a big thing right now. And I haven't for a while. Like, I just finished watching Love is Blind. It was good to have on in the background while I updated Etsy listings, because that's the most, like, mind-numbing task. I'd rather be doing my taxes than updating Etsy listings. I added like 40 something listings yesterday. But I had been saving all the drafts and, like, working on it all week. So that's why I got through that show. Ugh. But yeah, it was a lot. Ooh, this is a bunch of fabric. Oh yeah, this is from that high-low skirt I made. Cool. Use this. We're getting somewhere. Oh, that dress I was talking about, that I hemmed, the bridesmaid's dress I worked on, where I had Mountain Dew at their house. This is the bottom of that. Because she was like, I don't know, it's 8 inches of the outer fabric and the lining fabric. And it's a really pretty green. So she's like, I mean, I'm not going to do anything with it, so if you want to take it. And my little grabby hoarder hands was like, yes, give me all of your garbage. Oh, it went away for a second. Oh God, I'm sitting on this. Oh, I don't know, man. I haven't even picked out the fabric yet, so I can hang out for a while, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to stop for lunch soon. We're 2 hours in? Damn. Oh, so it's 12:40. I'm probably gonna stop around like 1. Not that I have anywhere to be, but oh, maybe this will work. But I do have to go make lunch. And probably, you know, take my dog out. Yeah, this is fun, like, working through my hoards. God damn, I have a lot of stuff. Ooh, I found, this is actually like an old skirt, I think. Yeah, I think I'd probably use this for the sweatshirt material one. Guys, I get too much stuff. I'm overwhelmed. I gotta categorize everything. And I need to get the fabric I'm not using out of the way, because I need the space. Kidding. No, I don't know what that is. What is kidding? We've been watching, we haven't finished it yet, but we've been watching that McMillions show on Netflix. Thanks for hanging out, Cheryl. I appreciate you. And yeah, if it's not weird, say hi to your mom and dad for me. I was thinking about them just because the knee stuff, or the leg stuff. Also, because you sent me that picture of them in the hooded scarves, however long ago that was, and it's just like the sweetest thing in the world. Bye! Ooh, I've been seeing little advertisements for the Great Pottery Throwdown. I don't pot. That's what I was about to say. That's probably not the thing. I don't do pottery. I don't think I've ever really done pottery. But much like the Great British Baking Show, I also don't bake. So is it that same vibe? Like that type of competition show? Because I'm all about that. I still haven't finished season 5 of the Great British Sewing Bee. But I did watch the charity one they did for is it Pudsey the Bear? Whatever British charity has Pudsey the Bear. Oh, hi, Ruby. I feel like you've probably been here for a little while. I didn't actually say hi. So hi. Oh yeah, I cry a lot watching Bake Off, and I cry a lot watching Sewing Bee, so I'm sure that's gonna be a cool show. I'm gonna watch this. I have been watching the first couple of episodes of Next in Fashion, and it's just not. I wish they showed more of the sewing, where they do some, and I think that's cool, but it's just not the same vibe. Also, it's teams the whole time. That's not what I signed up for. I was pretty disappointed once I realized it was pairs for the whole competition. I want to say there's certain seasons that have gotten me more than Bake Off. I probably haven't cried every episode, but yeah, there are definitely certain times. Also, I'm a big if I was on the show, I would frustrated cry for sure all the time. I can't imagine there's any way anyone doing the application process would see this, but also I asked people to tell me when applications were open, but I did apply, and also there's no way I'm getting on if it's even uncanceled. But I did apply for the 3rd season of Making It. I think we find out this month. I think applications were due tomorrow. That was the cutoff. I applied a month ago. But I figured why not apply. That it has a very Bake Off Sewing Bee vibe to it, friendly competition. People being supportive of each other and not pieces of shit. And they cry when other people go home and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited that the show is getting another season. It would be cool to be on it, but I'm just pumped for it existing. So yeah, I applied for that. I don't know if I'll be able to, if I did get on, could I even say anything? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I'm very interested. I just finished Love is Blind. So I think once I am sitting down to cut out all the pattern pieces, once I fucking pick out the fabric. I need to just not be live streaming to pick out the fabric. This is what I have figured out. But I'm glad it was an excuse to chat with everyone. I'm glad I did it. But yeah, I can't focus. So trying to chat with everyone and do a task other than organizing fabric, I guess. That was good. That was good to get sorted out. Yeah, I cannot multitask today, or most times that I live stream. Anyways, I think I'm gonna finish the Great British Sewing Bee once I'm cutting patterns out in my bedroom. And then, yeah, probably get into this pottery show. Especially if you're suggesting a specific season, that makes it a little easier. And then I have other ones to watch if I'm really into it. That's always the best, is when you find a show and then you realize there's like a whole backlog. That's always great. Yeah, that's good. I was supposed to... All right, we still got a while. Yeah, I will end this at 1, or right around 1. Because I'm bad at goodbyes, you know? Also, my phone's gonna buzz because I have an alarm set for 1 o'clock for my peels. So it'll yell at me enough that I'll go. Yes, I will absolutely text you while I'm watching it. 100%. Oh, I have another friend that has been doing a lot of pottery this year, and she is already so good at it. She's always been a really good artist anyway, but she's so fucking talented. And yeah, her and I we're texting back and forth watching this Love is Blind show. So now I'm like, oh, we need another show to watch together. So I'm probably going to suggest that to her too. And then I'll have multiple friends to chat with about it. Because odds are, by your description, I'm going to have a lot of feelings. Oh yeah, I was folding other fabric. I forgot. Immediately. What is happening here? Oh. Okay. Okay, everything's fine. No need to panic. I forgot about this. Always so many ideas, and then I like get distracted by other shit. I think I showed you guys this fabric last live stream and was like, I'm gonna make a thing out of this. Oh, no, you know what? Actually, last live stream was great because I think I kept it pretty short. And that's when we picked out that purple plaid. And I think, didn't I do a video on it? I think I did a video on that purple plaid skirt with the pockets. Yeah, because I want to also, I was on the fence about making that same style skirt. Like the non-gathered skirt. I didn't know if I wanted to use this fabric for that or not. And then, yeah, y'all helped me pick out the purple plaid. I still have some scraps from it that some of you have suggested I make like a waistcoat or something out of to match the skirt. I'm not like a vest person, but I've made a lot of waistcoats in my day from working at the costume shop. So, it would probably be good to like show you how to do. And if it's just out of scraps anyway, like what's the loss there? This turned into kind of a mess, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Well, it's kind of good going through all this fabric too, because I do still have the patterns from the Love It First Stitch book, which was all wovens, and it's reminding me like the ideas I was getting going through fabric last time. Because now that I've tested the patterns and know what I like about what one, I can still make stuff over here. Ooh, yeah, as you can tell, I need to re-dye my hair. I did such a bad job. I don't know if you can see along here. But yeah, it's the color I'm most drawn to, so I assume that means it's my favorite. Be any of that like teal shit. Especially when it's darker. I have discovered I really like jewel tones. Like this. I don't know if you can see. No, you can't. But this like almost purpley blue, I'm very here for. Yeah, there's a lot of like greens and purples and like deep reds, like wine reds or berry reds in my closet that I tend to go for. So I like those. All right, I think that's all the fabric I have to put. Oh no, there's one more batch. I got some yellow canvas to put away. This is kind of crap fabric. Like, I think I want to make some patches out of it. But one of the skirts I made in that Love at First Stitch video, you can see the spot I cut out the pocket maybe. Yeah, it's a tough skirt. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. So I haven't worn it. And I don't know if I want to sell it because it's not like a nice material to wear. But if it's like a patch, I think this would be a good patch material. It's thick enough, it'll hold the paint well. It's bright yellow, so like Hufflepuff, obviously. My battle jacket needs more Hufflepuff stuff. I don't think it has any. No, I must have like a pin for it. I need a Hufflepuff patch. I thought I had one, but I have no idea where it is if I do. And I think I showed it in that battle jacket video, the Eat Filth Never Die raccoon patch that ALB in Wonderland sells, but it's sold out right now and I'm really sad about it. Because someone bought it for me for Christmas, but it got lost. That's also when the Canadian Post decided to shut down and strike, so it took a really long time to get here, and yeah, it like wasn't in the package. So I just get to pine over that patch forever. But if it ever comes back in stock, I want it for my battle jacket so bad. I think about that patch at least once a week, and it's been 2 or 3 years. Man, I really wish. Cheryl, what do you mean? Hi, thank you. I guess I gotta go to the post office. Literally, as I'm yelling about it, you tell me, this is why. For anyone wondering why I call Cheryl my fairy god Cheryl, it's because shit like that happens where, like, I'm literally thinking about a thing. She's like, oh, by the way, it's in your P.O. box. Oh, man, I'm all about, like, blue-green. Well, thank you very much. That's, like... I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry about it. But thank you. I really, really appreciate that. I'm gonna... Maybe... maybe that will be my one excursion for the day, is to go run out to the post office. I can't imagine anyone's going to be there today. If I'm able to, I prefer... Yeah, I am really lucky. Yeah. I get, like, really emotional about it sometimes. Oh, thank you so much. You're so fucking nice. And you're also very nice to my friends. And it just... Yeah, it means a lot that you do stuff like that. Like, not even the... Like, the thought behind it is the biggest thing. And I really, really appreciate being on the receiving end of the thoughtfulness. And I don't know why I get so uncomfortable and mad about people being nice to me. That's how I appreciate things. I get angry. Alright, I can finally put these away. Ah! There's cardboard everywhere! Ugh. Well, this has been good. I feel calm and satisfied. I bet Sam's gonna have the same reaction when she gets the mystery thing. She's gonna be like, why? And she's probably gonna cry about it. This is why her and I are the same person, because we react to things in very similar ways. Where it's like, how dare you be so thoughtful and, like, kind and generous. Yeah. Because we do it to each other. When I visited her, I saved for so long for that trip, and, like, we were staying at her house. So the like, it was a very inexpensive trip because I booked my flight way in advance, and that that didn't cost that much. Anyways. And then, and I live close enough to Boston that it's way cheaper to fly out of there most of the time. Oh, speak of the devil. Hi, Sama. We're talking about how you and I get mad when people do nice things for us. But yeah, I got to stay at Sama's, so that didn't cost me anything for that. And then our friend Grant was there too. And yeah, no, you're not the devil. But yeah, so like anytime we went through a Starbucks drive-through, like me and Grant were very aggressive about having us pay for it. But yeah, we were all like being too nice to each other. And then each one of us would just get mad about it. But in that like nice way. Like I'm bad at showing my appreciation, I think. Because I either sob. See? What did I tell you? How dare you be nice to her? I just like I can't handle it. I don't know why. Like I appreciate it to such a deep extent that I like can't emote the correct feelings. It's just overwhelming every time. It is the same cup of coffee. I poured it at like 8 o'clock this morning. I might go make another pot because I'm just in a coffee drinking mood. And maybe I'm finally in a good enough headspace. Maybe I'll have a drink later today. Like I said, I showed you my whole fucking beer fridge. There's a lot more in there than I thought. I've had all of those for months. That's how little I drink these days. And not by like any principled reasons. I just haven't felt like it, I guess. I love and miss you too. Ooh, when people sing happy birthday, I want to like eject my skeleton out of my own body and leave the room because it's so much affection at once. Like literally being screamed at you from multiple directions. I cannot handle it. The last time a group of people sang happy birthday to me, I was at a movie night at one of the breweries. It's a small group of people, but a lot of people came because it was on my birthday and they were showing Never Ending Story. And it's like, when they do these movie nights, it's like $15 or $20 and that gets you a viewing of the movie, but also like a free flight of 8 samples or like 2 pints of beer. It's a pretty good deal. And also people love Never Ending Story. So a bunch of people came out, but during the intermission or at the end of the movie, I can't remember when it happened, but I went to use the bathroom because it was intermission or the movie was over, whichever. And when I came back out, they had a little beer sample in, 4 or 5 ounce glass with a little piece of cardboard over it and a candle sticking out. Almost like when you do those midnight vigils at church when you're a kid, or I'm sure there are people that do it as adults. When I was a kid, that's when we would do these things. But the candle is sticking out of it and everyone, treating it like it was a little cake. Everyone saying happy birthday at me. And I like didn't know what to do because I just went for a pee break and came out of the bathroom and was like bombarded by, it was very sweet. It made me very happy and like, I appreciated it, but I didn't know, I was like wringing my hands and probably looking around the room or looking at the floor to like, I just didn't know what to do. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. It was just a lot, but it made me feel like glad and appreciative so many people were there and like wanted to do a little thing for me. But yeah, it was like too much at once. Ooh, did I? I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did. I do like surprises. I don't, but like a surprise party. I've had like 1 or 2. When I turned 18, my best friend Did a whole thing like at my own apartment. So when I got home from work, bye Cheryl. Oh yeah. I don't know what I would have done if, like, all I did was make eye contact with Anthony Porofsky when we went to that show in Brooklyn last year, and I genuinely, like, you saw how red I got from literally just making eye contact with that man. So had any other attention been paid to me by him, I think I would have, like, fainted. Cheryl Ferry. I like that too. Yeah, my best friend had like 3 or 4 people in my apartment, and she had like cleaned it for me too. And she made a giant, like a pizza pan sized chocolate chip cookie because I don't like cake, and decorated it with frosting. Her and another friend of mine at the time, and that, like, I was surprised. It was also really nice, and just like, it was sweet. Yeah. Oh, my mom's calling me. She almost never calls me. I should probably answer this. Well, I'm gonna go talk to my mom. Her birthday's tomorrow. I'm excited to call her and sing to her very, very poorly. But thank you all for hanging out. This has been rad. I feel calmer. I'm gonna try not to check any social media for the day. This has really meant a lot to me that everyone wanted to hang out for a while. And yeah, if you're watching this after the fact, hi, hey, hello. And I promise I will pick out my fabric before the end of the day. I'll post a picture somewhere of my selections. I gotta go through the thrifted garment pile. So that'll happen. Yeah. This coffee has been with me for about 5 hours. So no, I'm not gonna block Mom. Her birthday's tomorrow. Yeah, I know we talked about some of the stressful, crazy stuff, but I hope this also helped everyone, like, chill and hang out and, like, hopefully feel a little calmer about things. Again, I'm just not gonna check. What? She just texted me. All right, I'm gonna call her. But yeah, everyone, be safe. Yes, be safe and well. And yeah, send me pictures of your projects. Tag me in pictures of your projects. I want to see what everyone's up to, keeping themselves busy if they're able to, get some more stuff done. Yeah, and call my mom. Jenny, don't call her yet. Let me call first. She asked me something about the DMV, and I don't know why. Oh, I should post a picture of my new driver's license photo. It's so bad. They're all bad, but this one is so bad. And I was just so over it, and I didn't want to retake it. I just wanted to get out of there. But yeah, it's madness. Madness! I will talk to you. See, I said I was bad at goodbyes. I will talk to you all soon. Yeah, maybe we'll do, if we're still under quarantine next weekend, maybe we'll do another live stream. All right, I'll talk to you all later. Be well, tag me in your projects, and let's get through this thing. Except I don't know how to end it. Oh, she texted me about coronavirus. Okay, I guess I can't escape it. I'll talk to you later. Bye!